I've welded everything from thin stainless steel sheet to heavy carbon pipe, and one thing I've learned is that your tungsten matters more than people realize when you're TIG welding. A quality machine can't compensate for a poor electrode, so that's why I use ARCCAPTAIN 2% lanthanated blue tungsten, and I have formed a beautiful opinion on this. First thing I noticed was the consistency. Every electrode in the pack was straight and uniform. That may sound minor, but when you're trying to keep your arc predictable, starting with quality tungsten saves time before you even strike an arc. Look how beautifully these sharpen. Whether I used a dedicated tungsten sharpener or my regular grinding setup, the point stayed smooth without flaking or chipping. This translates directly into my arc stability. Once I started welding, the arc lit quickly and stayed focused exactly where I wanted it to. I primarily use lanthanated tungsten because of its versatility. It performs well on DC for stainless and mild steel, but it also handles AC aluminum work surprisingly well. Instead of keeping several different electrode types around, these can cover most projects in the shop. I also noticed they tolerated accidental contamination fairly well, which is important. Everyone dips the tungsten eventually. After regrinding, these came right back without feeling brittle or inconsistent, which means less wasted material and less downtime. The 332 size is one of my favorites because it works across a wide amperage range. Whether I was running thinner material or turning the machine up for heavier fabrication, these electrodes stayed stable and produced a clean and controlled arc every single time. The packaging deserves credit too. The storage case keeps every tungsten organized and protected. They're easy to identify thanks to the blue tips, and the case is sturdy enough to toss in a welding cart or a toolbox without worrying about it breaking them, which is nice. One thing experienced TIG welders appreciate is consistency from electrode to electrode. I didn't find myself adjusting settings because one tungsten behaved differently than the last. That's something cheaper electrodes sometimes struggle with, but this pack stayed remarkably consistent. If you're new to TIG, these make learning easier because the arc characteristic remains predictable, which is exactly what you want every single time. If you've been welding for years, you'll appreciate the reliability and the repeatability every time you sharpen a fresh electrode. Overall, these are exactly what I want in a tungsten electrode: dependable, easy to sharpen, durable, and capable of producing a stable arc on a variety of materials, not just one. They've earned a permanent spot in my welding supplies, and I will have no problem ordering these again. Love these things.